So, Theo, you got the Rams, and I know that you're excited for the picks that they got here. So, what do you have for the Los Angeles Rams?
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, listen, I was, I'm gonna try. You were very gracious, giving a B for your team. Very gracious, and I think that's a good call. But I personally would say I was thrilled with our draft. I thought we did a great job. Um, Listen, the secret is out. Aaron Donald is gone. I think this is the theme of our draft. No more Aaron Donald. So let's just go ahead and grab uh 9, I think, defensive 9 players on the defense. Was it? No, not 9. No, around 7 players on the defense. We definitely had a big hole to fill that cannot be filled by anyone. Let's be honest. Like, it's unfillable. Aaron Donald, maybe the best defensive. Definitely one of the best defensive players we've ever seen. In my book, the best. So definitely hard to fill that up, but hey, we tried, and the first thing we do is attack that D line and try and get us an edge in Jared Verse. Um, Excellent edge, definitely coming out of Florida State. This guy really has so much good to like from him. I thought it was definitely a great pickup. I thought it was something that we desperately needed. Um, Versus a guy that arguably was the best rusher in the class. Definitely came on in Florida State and immediately had started having a huge impact on that team. So using our first pick overall to grab him, like, no complaints there. He was a proven pass rusher, and you know, uh, he had his kind of biggest year in college in 2021 when he was named All TA Pro after finishing the season with 53 tackles, 11.5 tackles for loss, 9.5 sacks, and a forced fumble. I think he throughout those years he kind of came into his own and worked on his craft, and I believe that this guy is going to be great for us in the long run. I think he's someone that definitely fills in a much needed spot along with the next pickup that we made in Braden Fiske, also out of Florida State. Man, this dude is massive. I mean, like, if you talk about someone that comes in and also, like, he is the guy who is actually is gonna be in the spot where Aaron Donald was. He definitely is a good athlete with a lot of quickness. I love the speed with which he kind of goes through the game. There's it's not a perfect prospect, but I think a guy that with the right work could turn into someone that is a big kind of contributor for us. So I definitely appreciated that pick. If I'm gonna give some criticism, I think the amount we might have given to move up to get Fisk, in hindsight, we might have been able to kind of get that production without moving up so much. But listen, if you have your guy, if you feel like you have your guy, you know who you want.
Yeah.
Far be it from me to kind of say, go the other way. Les Snead has done so much for us. Like, his picks have been stellar over the years. So I trust him in this instance to kind of make the right pick now. So Fisk, I definitely think is a piece that can grow with us. But I like the pick overall, and I thought definitely in lieu of Aaron Donald, we need guys, we need bodies. So a good pickup there in the second round, and then picking up Blake Corum, running back out of Michigan. This was an exciting one. Finally getting some offense. Someone behind Karen Williams to give him a little break. He had an injury last season, and the running back. I think we ended up having to bring back a running back that we had before.
It's like Cam Akers.
No, not Cam Akers. It was actually Darnell Henderson. Yeah. Darnell Henderson. We had to go ahead and bring him back. And it was not good. It was not good. So definitely we wanted to get a guy that could shore up Kyron Williams, maybe not have to run him so much. Kyron Williams was excellent. I mean, he was always falling forward, always getting us yards, and always getting touchdowns. But as we've seen in the NFL, running backs definitely have a carry limit. And if you push that too much, you can end up losing your star running back. So grabbing a guy like Blake Corum, I think is excellent. 27 touchdowns, earning an 83.4 rushing grade for Michigan last season. Corum definitely could, he could push for some real significant touches out right off the bat and with us, and I could see him performing for us really early. Getting him inside that offense is, I think, a really important thing. As Dave said, I do believe this is the new look NFL. Everyone wants to have, you want to have a committee. Running backs are too fragile and they're too important. So if you have a really good one, you want to protect him by not giving him too much work. I think Blake Corum was the perfect fit. I really like that. I like grabbing him there. And I think the last guy I'll go in depth with is Cameron Kinchens, cornerback. Safety out of Miami, Florida. I like this guy, man. 11 interceptions since 2022, the most at the position. Kinchens, definitely a well-rounded guy, good awareness, instinct, safety at the safety position. I thought he was twitchy, and I thought he was a guy that seemed to be where the ball is in a lot of instances, man. After watching some of his tape, man, he had a 90.0 grade, and he was ranked 5th overall in college football in 2022. He's a baller, man. This is a guy that, I think he knows ball. So I appreciate having him in there, but definitely I think someone who's gonna be a big contributor for us early as well, getting in there. Like I said, the theme of the draft is defense, shoring up that defense in the lieu of sending out an Aaron Donald. So what do you guys think?
No, I think they did well. Last year the offense is good, and like you said, when Kyron Williams is in there, it's a different offense.
Mm-hmm.
I am with you on the Cam Kitchens pick. At the end of 2022, this guy was a first rounder, and then he has a very weird fluke injury last year where he it's not even a hard tackle, but he suffered it was a weird fluke injury and he was able to come back, but he's not going to be your blazer back there, but he has some characteristics of a guy that played back in that same position. He did okay in the NFL. He's got some Ed Reed type prep to his game. And that guy turned out decent for Baltimore over the years. So Cam he is going to be a good player for those guys, man. He works hard, great attitude, and he studies tape. And I like the them drafting the two FSU guys because you got two guys that have played next to each other for a few years now, and they'll understand each other, what they want to do, and I think it'll help them out a lot.
I love seeing the video where they drafted Fiske and they were like, hey, we're gonna go ahead and draft you, and the first thing that he said was, oh, I get to play with Verse again. And like they were like, yeah, man, we were trying to get him here, but the bus was running just a little bit late. So and then you see Verse running up into the room, to get him on the phone, man. I mean, so those two guys are gonna bring a lot of energy into that locker room. I mean, now let's be honest. No one, you can't replace Aaron Donald. I mean, no matter what you do, no matter who you draft, you just can't replace that. But I think that them just going and attacking it with their first two picks with guys who have very good chemistry and have played alongside each other and have played at high level beside each other, I think that that's going to be very, very impactful. And you guys should be reaping the benefits of that, early this season.
Yeah,
I just to piggyback on all of that. You picked up 3 very explosive defensive players. You're probably going to see a big change in the Rams defense this coming season, or potentially the next, maybe the following, depending on injuries and stuff. But it's very explosive players off the edge, in the middle, and in the secondary. You said Ed Reed comparison, Carlos. From what I saw of his tape, it's very esque of Ed Reed. Not exactly, but getting there. And with the
Maybe,
Fuller
maybe.
State guys, dude, their defense was phenomenal, especially with Fiske and Verse. Getting Blake Corum in that backfield to help out, that's a clutch pick. I can't even argue that. It's a good. You guys did very well. I wouldn't give them an A, but they did very well.
Yeah. The grade that I landed on was a B plus. I think, there was some things that definitely could have been, there's always more, I think, that can be kind of attained. I think overall it's always interesting when you come to running backs. Like, I hate the grade down for it, but whenever you take a running back a little bit too early, you wonder, like, okay, like, is there a better pick that could have gone? And not that I think that Corum went too early, because I don't think you get Corum if you don't take him there. But definitely, I feel like it was a solid draft. Plugged up some holes where we had massive holes, and at the end of the day, I think we did what we needed to do to kind of get us back on the right track.
Yeah.